SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Yes, beautiful day here in Milan, Italy. Good afternoon, good day to you viewers. Today, the 10th day of June, 2026. I'm here in the Milan studio. My name is Mark Godwin Iwerejua. Joining me from all the way down the other side is George. Can you hear me? Hello, George. Big George.
Yeah, I can, but it seems like we're having some disconnection. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, but your friend is frozen. Do we do a 1 minute break? Take time out while you adjust the frame. Do we do that? Go out and come in again, so we can hear you. Is that okay, George?
Okay. Let me
yes.
do that. Okay, let me.
Okay, viewers. So we're here on our Wednesday Africa international updates, and so much to talk about. So much here. Let's come back. Join us on the other side. Thank you.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
See five girls, so after they will say the youth are not serious, they would have been plenty where they are.
Plenty of people just plenty just now. I even had a because it's so annoying.
You send it for me. Now they will say we don't want to get our PVC. See
the center that only 2 centers in Calabar. Sadly, this center is for Calabar municipality. The entire Calabar municipality is here, and the entire Calabar South is by the center at Etagbo. And I've been here since morning. Nobody here. The IHM has given a deadline. And how do you give a deadline?
July 11th. You're giving a deadline. Yourself. Nothing like say, no, they will think.
Everywhere is locked. It's locked. Not even security person. Not even address us.
See, the whole Calabar municipality
here. Calabar South is the one by Itagbo.
And it's down, no, intentional. But this place is completely down. It just be like an abandoned. But INEC, they collect billions of naira. And you tell me this place now where we they collect PVC. Billions. So do I come show them. Come and see the rooms. See, what do you see? You see any? No laptops, nothing is. If your PVC there, your PVC don't lost. Because tell me how somebody will have access.
I just feel.
George, can you hear me now? I can see you very visible. But can you hear me? George? Oh dear.
Even the Etagbo, the one, the Calabar.
Only one. The lady wake up one day say
for
she's having
local
spinal cord
government
issue.
For full local government, only one man that was working.
We're calling on the attention of every well-meaning Nigerian youth, parents, and all.
Yes.
There will be a sensitization awareness campaign.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll pass the date. You see it in our flyers. It will be coming out.
Youths are coming out to get voters card, but people are not yet to give the voters card.
Thank you.
Tomorrow they will say
we don't want to get a PVC.
But make them mark this one. This will be the highest vote. what happened in the history of Nigeria. More than the last.
Yes. I give us PVC. Open. Someone to do it 24 hours.
24 hours
Because
there is a deadline. This fine girl, no get. You see your face.
Okay.
She waste transport.
George, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? George? Oh, yeah. George,
yeah,
hear me?
I'm still having a little bit of technical.
Yeah. But were you hearing the young men talk, MC Koboko and his gang? Are you hearing the documentary they were putting out? Oh, yeah. So what could be the problem, George? Okay.
Yes, I was listening. I was.
We can't hear you, George. We can't hear you. But if you can hear if you heard what they were saying?
Okay,
yes.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. So
let me log in from another. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
but you're
logging in
frozen
from another
anyway.
portal.
Okay then. Okay. So viewers, what we're doing is to connect actually, but mainly we're putting videos of situation on the INEC registration, continuous INEC registration that has been planned till July. And there seems to be frustration among voters. People are not able to access their all of those portals, registration portals. So let's see more of it while George comes in. Thank you.
Machine say everybody sit down. Number one said never do. Number one never register. And this is to 12. Get your PVC. See people. Get your PVC. I'm not pretend now you know what you do. Now you know what you do. Look at people. Look at crowd. Nigerians don't want to get their PVC. But this one's not be Nigerians, Abi. This one not be Nigerians, Abi. No, I know what they do for this country. An institute like INEC will not have network. Glow has network. NTA has network. We are go get your PVC. Youth don't want to get their PVC.
How does INEC office headquarters in Calabar
don't have network?
If you don't want to give us PVC, let us know, please.
So we're leaving. If you're in Nigeria, share this video, let it go to them. Let them know that we are aware of their plots, their plan.
Yeah.
This is
So viewers, you're seeing it there. Raw footage coming from Nigeria, and George joins me to talk about this. George, so George.
Yes.
Yeah, now you're very audible and very.
I'm not sure why all these technical difficulties. Do they know that we're going to be?
No. Now it's perfect. It's perfect, George. It's perfect.
Huh?
You're clear. It's perfect. I can see you. Yes. It is. You're clear. You're also very audible. Yes, so George. There were some of those clips. You brought up this. You brought the notice to SSM. How Nigerians are facing a lot of frustration with this continuous voters registration practice, the CVR, and yes, tell us what we did was get some videos from these content creators to understand what is happening. But you help us. What is this situation with INEC and the registration going on?
Well, what we're seeing, and this is what's trending right now, a severe frustration, because you saw recently, quite a few number of people came out to talk about, to encourage youth, to encourage everybody to go and get their registration, their PVC per se. And what we noticed was during that motivation, a lot of youths decided, okay, well, we know that we've been disenfranchised in the past. Now that we are being encouraged to go out there and get our PVC, because this is our constitutional right and that's our voice. We have no reason to complain if we refuse to vote. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going out there, And then also we saw that INEC decided to shift the cutout of registration to get your PVC to July 10th. Now, people are rushing out there. Voters citizens are rushing out there to INEC office to go and get their PVC. So they are having what you call a systemic failure, number one. From Lagos to Rivers and Oyo State, all over Nigeria, as a matter of fact, citizens are struggling to obtain voters registration due to persistent technical breakdowns and administrative bottlenecks. So people are just suffering. People go there to the INEC office, there is nobody there. When you see somebody, you see only one individual, only one laptop. They are actually registering 2 people per hour. 2 people per hour. You talk about 250 million people. And youths are all over the place, motivated and ready to go and get their PVC. But there is a systemic, intentional, deliberate frustration given to people so that they cannot be able to vote. So this is what we want to call our attention to, because the key issue is registration centers are in chaos. They go there, they say, there is no, they don't have any internet. And when there is an internet, there's only one individual. People are lined up. So if you're doing 2 people for only 2 individuals per hour, so how are you going to be able to register all the lines of people? So many people go to these INEC centers, they stay there all day, they go home. The following day, the same exact thing. And up until as we are speaking, INEC have not said a single word regarding this. They have just shut up. No interaction with the public, no, telling them, yes, indeed, they admitted that there was some systemic failures and they had some technical situations. But what an effective agency needs to do, communicate with the public. If this is not intentional and deliberate act to stop people from registering, talk to them, let them know what is really going on. So reports indicate that many registration center processes only two individuals per hour. Online registration system is near collapse. INEC digital registration portals is frequently inaccessible. Users report repeated system crashes, failed submission, and prolonged downtime. And yet, in all of these things, the Commission's promise of a seamless digital registration experience has largely failed to materialize. INEC admits network problem, like I said before. They admit it. The Commission has publicly acknowledged poor network activity affecting several local areas. Despite admitting the problem, no comprehensive solution or contingency plan has been communicated to the public. With the deadline fast approaching, millions remain uncertain about their ability to register and to actually, exercise their constitutional right. So what we see is a deliberate act by INEC to disenfranchise a lot of citizens from voting because of the fear that a lot of people, when masses come out there to vote, and they are out there to protect their votes, there ought to be a problem in whatever that is being planned to do. What we need is INEC to step up, because what we're seeing right here also is a large sum of money, untold amount of money is being asked for this year's registration and for this year's INEC processes. So what we want to do is to call on INEC chairman Joash Amopitan. You are demanding 1 trillion naira for this year's election in 2027. What is happening to INEC centers around the nation? Why is the system not working? Why are people calling upon you and you are not answering? Because you are elected, you are appointed by the president, but you are answerable to the citizens of Nigeria. So that's what we're discussing here today. And it is a frustrating thing coming from North American standpoint. I'm here in Canada. When I see all of these things going on, you see, I'm an APC member, but I would like to see a seamless operation so that when voting is taking place, every citizen will be able to vote and exercise their constitutional rights. All these little manipulations, we gotta call it out. And if they're not doing that, we have to go international. We have to go and plan around the world to protest for INEC to ensure that every citizen that decides to vote must vote, and also to shift back because of all these situations that are going on. They need to move the deadline forward, because it's no longer the people not being able to go out there or to exercise their constitutional right. It is now a deliberate manipulation and intentional frustration to the people. So we are calling on them. They gotta do something. If not, I think there ought to be a worldwide demonstration to call things to order. And that is what I'm talking about. That's what we need to discuss here today. Thank you.
Very good. Strong words, George. Thank you, too. So, Nigerians, you're hearing this. George, let's roll back to some of the on-ground reports we got from this country. We can also understand what they are saying exactly, what is happening. So let's hear from the there's this comedian called Koboko, MC Koboko. Let's hear from him.
Member called my attention to it. See 5 girls, so after they will say the youth are not serious. They came, they would have been plenty where they are.
Reflect you, people just left here just now. I even have a video also because
you have
it's so annoying.
You send it for me. Now they will say we don't want to get our PVC. See,
the center that only 2 centers in Calabar. Sadly, this center is for Calabar municipality. The entire Calabar municipality is here, and the entire Calabar South is by the center at Etagbo. And I've been here since morning. Nobody's here. Now the INEC chairman has given a deadline. And how do you give a deadline?
July 11th. You're giving a deadline, but you're saying may not be like say, they will think.
Everywhere is locked. It's locked. Not even security person to even address us.
See, the whole Calabar municipality
here. Calabar South is the one by
and it's down intentionally. But this place is completely down. It just be like an abandoned. But INEC, they collect billions of naira. And you tell me this place now where we they collect PVC. Billions. So come show them. Come and see the rooms. See. What do you see here? You see nothing there here. Nothing. No laptops. Nothing is. If your PVC there here, if you say don't lost. Because tell me how somebody will not have access.
I just feel INEC have already closed PVC collection before that date. That date is just formality.
Yes.
INEC has closed.
It's wrong. I go
PVC collection and registration.
Like this is supposed to be a well sophisticated maybe say the entire system. Not single machine there here.
Even the Etagbo, they want the Calabar.
Only one. The lady wake up one day say
for
she's having
local
spinal cord
government
issue.
For full local government, only one machine that was working.
We're calling on the attention of every well-meaning Nigerian youth, parents, and all.
Yes.
There will be a sensitization awareness campaign.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll pass the date. You see it in our flyers. It will be coming out.
Youths are coming out to get voters card, but people are not yet to give the voters card.
Thank you.
Tomorrow now they will say,
we don't want to get our PVC.
But when they mark this one, this will be the highest vote that will happen in the history of Nigeria. More than relax.
Yes. INEC give us PVC. Open. They're supposed to do it 24 hours.
24 hours
because
there is a deadline. This fine girl, no get, you've seen your face. How will you now go home? And she wastes transport. Imagine wasting your transport to this place and you'll be coming.
3 places.
Can you imagine that?
Highway and Tagbo.
Highway through their headquarters on the highway?
They say we should come back on Monday. That's how they've been turning.
They'll be turning them every day.
Until the
There's
deadline.
no network. How does INEC office headquarters in Calabar?
Don't have network.
If you want to give us PVC, let us know.
Please. So we're leaving. If you're in Nigeria, share this video, let it go to them. Let them know that we are aware of their plots, their plan.
Yeah.
George.
So what you are seeing here
Yes.
is what you call either incompetence or deliberate act. And it looks like a deliberate act because there is absolutely no way where this stuff is happening all over Nigeria. And you don't tell me it's a deliberate act to frustrate people from exercising their constitutional right to vote. Now you're shifting the goalpost and bringing it to July 10th. And yet you are demanding 1 trillion naira amid service failure. While Nigerians struggle to register, INEC Chairman Joash Amofitan is reportedly seeking 1 trillion naira. Untold, unheard of. This is the first time 1 trillion naira is being requested. For what purpose? For the conduct of 2027 a general election. The question we need to ask is, how can a commission seek unprecedented funding and fail to maintain a functional voter registration platform? How can that be? Because a lot of Nigerians will be ignoring this situation. We saw what happened with Yakubu Gowon. We saw what happened. We saw the promises he made. We saw how even in his own era, the system was more efficient than what it is today, what we are seeing today. So now, why are citizens facing this daily technical breakdown despite billions already allocated to electoral technology? Why? What assurance is this that the future election technologies will perform better than the current registration infrastructure? What is going on? So we need to call this out and make sure that every concerned Nigerian, every youth will cry out. If Amipitan if Joash is not efficient, remove him and put somebody that can do the work. If this is not deliberate. You cannot be asking for 1 trillion naira and yet nothing is happening. You're not deploying people there. You're changing the goalpost and shortening the period for people to register, and yet youths are frustrated. People leave their jobs to go and vote, and nobody is there.
And interestingly, they made the announcement that people should come out. They make the announcement and put it on national TV. The youth people should come out. If you're above the voting age now, come out, do your registration. It's continuing. We're doing that. Now these young ones are coming out and see what that was before them. So anyway, George, this is a serious thing. It's either they shift that timeline. They take it forward to probably August, because with this situation as at now,
we are pushing for that to take place. Why are you shortening it? You go to any other nation, come to Canada, come to United States of America, go to many nations. You can register a day before the election. Why are we shifting the goalposts? Why are we disenfranchising the citizens from exercising their constitutional rights? So it's what we are seeing here. What we are seeing here is dysfunction becoming a political tool, because that's what is happening. Yakubu Gowon came out and said that everything will go fine. Mahmoud Yakubu came out and said that everything will go seamlessly. Up until today, we don't know what happened. What was it that took place? By 10 p.m. our time during the election, all portals were shut down. no uploading of registration anymore up until today. So these are the things, when people begin to look the other way, when they begin to look the other way, it becomes the norm. And this is unacceptable. People in Nigeria might not, cry out. And when they don't cry out, tomorrow this will become the norm. That we don't have an efficient INEC. Therefore, whatever happens, we take it. Critics argue that persistent portal failure, network downtime, and painful, slow biometric processing are producing a predictable outcome. And it is true. Fewer registered voters. The concern is not merely technical incompetence. Many observers wonder when registration becomes difficult, inaccessible, and impossible, the result is voter suppression by default. Election can become compromised long before voting day if citizens are prevented from registering in the first place. So we don't want that. We want a seamless. If they're going to be spending taxpayers' money, ₦1 trillion, they must ensure that every citizen that wants to register must register. Every citizen that decides to, exercise their constitutional right must be allowed to do so. We are demanding that Joash Amopitan, you move the goalpost back the way it's supposed to be. Even if it's 1 month before the election, every Nigerian that wants to register must register. This is unacceptable. Many Nigerians will say, oh, why you are making so much noise? Because this is the way they begin. If the system failure continues like this, tomorrow they might say, well, no, the systems are not working. Therefore, the 10% that will vote or 2% that will vote, that's what we're going to use. But this is unacceptable. It's unconstitutional. And we must cry out for the government to do the right thing, because I want Asiwaju to win, but I want him to win fairly. I want him to win fairly.
You want to
give the people fairly. Their rights back.
Yes. Okay. So, viewers, you're hearing what we're discussing now is the Nigerian INEC situation, where INEC has said they are continuing the voters registration, but the complaint from the center is not like that is happening. People are going there and they are not seeing any officer and nothing of such. George, let's see one more of that on ground report, so we can also give the take again. So this is from another state.
Today is the 3rd day I'm coming to this place. The 3rd day I'm coming to this place. No network. I'm with you, a criminal. You know what you are doing. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Now day 3 be this, so why don't come here? No network. Machine say everybody sit down. Number 1 said never do. Number 1 never register. And this is 12. This is to 12. Get your PVC. See people. Get your PVC. Now you know what they do. Now you know what they do. Look at people. Look at crowd. Nigerians don't want to get their PVC. But this was not the Nigerians, Abi. This one not be Nigerians, Abi. No, I know what they do for this country. An institute like INEC will not have network. Glow has network. NTA has network. We are 100. Hey, you don't want to get your PVC.
So this is what Nigerians are watching. Okay, repeated portal failures, daily reports of network disruption, long queues with minimal processing capacity, no extension announced despite widespread complaints. Joash Amopitan, are you listening? Massive funding requests accompanied by poor service delivery. For many citizens, these developments paint a troubling picture of an electoral system struggling to fulfill its most basic responsibilities. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So our call to action today is this. Let the INEC chairman must act now. You must come and explain to the citizens of Nigeria, these youths that you guys are disenfranchising, who have decided to come to exercise their constitutional rights. Let them know what is going on. Number one, extend July 10 registration deadline. You cannot muscle your way into any election. It's unacceptable. There is no constitution that tells you that it must be 6 months before the day of the election. No, it is unacceptable. You have requested for ₦1 trillion. You must show us what you are doing with that ₦1 trillion. The system must be seamlessly functioning. Send employees, INEC employees, representatives all over the nation. They must be there daily. It's not only on that day that they're going to be appearing in the INEC offices. You have how much? ₦1 trillion. How much is being spent on hospitals in Nigeria? How much is being spent on hospitals in Nigeria? How much is being given? No, this is unacceptable. If anybody is not angry, then you are dumb and deaf, or you are just somebody who is, I don't even know what to qualify that individual. And do you know the worst part of this whole entire thing? The major networks in Nigeria, like Arise News and Channels Television and the rest of them, are not reporting this. They are muted. Why? Why are they muted? Tomorrow they will start, talking nonsense. Why is Arise News not reporting this? Why? Why is Channels Television and the rest of them not reporting this? Citizens are out there crying, wasting their times every single day, going to these INEC offices. Nothing is happening, and they are shutting their mouth. This is the time for them to cry out. Just simply because youths are being motivated now to go and exercise their constitutional right because they feel that their future is being mortgaged. So they must do something right away.
Right away. It's to discourage these young people because they've seen that the young people are really desperate to come out now. This is we've never had such consciousness, awareness among young people in Nigeria towards voting like we're seeing lately. And they know this, but they want to sabotage it. They want to discourage them. But we also tell the youth not to back down, not to give up, to keep
They're
pressing.
not going to give up. They are not going to give up. Because let me tell you something. What they are seeing, everybody is watching. Okay? Everybody is watching. We are calling on INEC chairman, restore full functionality to the online registration portal. Number one, deploy emergency technical support teams to affected centers. Number two, increase processing capacity nationwide. Provide transparent daily updates on system performance. Okay? And you must shift the deadline. There is absolutely no constitutional reason why the deadline must be 6 months before the election day. It is unacceptable. It's a deliberate act to frustrate people so that they will go home. But what will happen on that day, eyes have not seen. If we continue doing this nonsense that we're doing, do not forget, no one is greater than another as a citizen in Nigeria. We all share equal constitutional rights in that country. Whether somebody is poor or rich, they share the same constitutional rights. And citizens must be given their right to vote. That's democracy. That is democracy.
This has been very intense. Let's take a small break and come back with more of such topics. Thank you.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerian soul, are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
This is everything you need to marry a Nigerian girl. Her father gave me a list of 39 items which include a live goat. The first place I went was the bulk food market to gather the yam, palm oil, baskets of fruit, and dried fish known as eja osun. And it's not just one yam or liter of palm oil, I am buying large quantities. It was pouring rain and I rented boots to make it through the mud, but it is worth it to marry my beautiful bride. In Nigeria, they practice dowry for marriage, paid to the family. In the Yoruba culture, each item is symbolic and not really a payment to the family, but rather proving your worth to marry her. And prove it I did by next heading to the goat market, where I spoke with a house of men to find the meatiest goat. This is the one I picked, and surprisingly, the goat at only $40 is one of the cheapest items on the list. This can't be done in one day, so after the rain cleared, I went to Mushin Main Market to find the kola nut, both bitter and regular, the alligator pepper, the adun, which specifically said I needed to buy plenty, and bottle of raw honey, which symbolizes that our marriage will be sweet. Next, I had to gather biscuits, bulk packs of different drinks, wine, and semen schnapps, as well as a suitcase full of new clothes for my fiancé to prove I can provide for her in the marriage, and lastly, the marriage Bible, as God will always come first. It is possible to pay someone to buy these items, but for me, I wanted the experience myself. Finally, we brought all these items to the family home for the wedding day. It is not easy to marry a Yoruba girl, but my bride is strong, smart, loving, beautiful, and completely worth it.
Yes, viewers, we're back. We have to do the small break because that was intense earlier on, George. Very, very.
Yeah, I was so hot that I didn't even put on my blazer on, but now I am a little calm because I wanted to, just express my frustration also, because I can sense and see the frustration of these youths. Can you imagine being motivated to go and do something and you go there 3 days, 4 days? You're leaving your job, you're leaving what you're doing, going to mamas are leaving their shops, closing it down to go and register, and nothing is happening. And the funniest part of it, you remember when Boko Haram started this thing, the Northerners were not saying a word.
Yes.
The Northerners were not saying anything.
Okay.
When they all started, all of a sudden, they're calling my brothers, this, that. Our former president, late Buhari, was saying, it's because of Libya and all those type of things. And everybody is turning away. The Yoruba people were not saying much. Igbos were not saying much. Nobody is crying out. Then all of a sudden, now it's come. Southwest is being affected. And they're crying out. Because right now is the time for every well-meaning Nigerian. I'm not talking about the hypocrites, political hypocrites that are out there. Well-meaning Nigeria to cry out, whether you are for PDP, for APC, for NDC, or any other political party. This is something that concerns every single Nigerian. We must cry out right now to have an efficient, effective, capable, and independent National Election Committee. If we don't, believe me, when it will turn right, if we accept this nonsense right now, tomorrow, whoever the president that will win will step down. Another will come in. People will start running. And then these people who are now being silent, complicit by their silence, will be affected and they will start crying out. It's a system that concerns every Nigeria.
It is. It's a system that concerns every Nigeria. I mean, voting is where we decide how our country goes, who leads, who steers the ship. So if the arrangement to that practice of voting is not done well, then we're doomed. So it's intentional. I think it's very much intentional. Amapiton, the chairman of INEC, we're calling you out loud and clear. This is not a joke. This is not something to normally Big George, normally they will say they will give excuses. They're not giving excuses. They'll say maybe it is that side of the voters, the community. Maybe it is that day the people went there. Maybe they give all kind of flimsy excuses. But what we know is this is a deliberate act to frustrate young people that have decided to come out and vote, and those people also that haven't had their registration cards done. This is a deliberate act to frustrate them and keep them out of the system. Intentional.
Democracy begins long before the election day.
Yes.
That is the reason why the money is being asked for. It begins with citizens' rights to register and to participate. That's democracy. If Nigeria cannot successfully register because of broken portals, network failures, and administrative inertia, then the integrity of 2027 election is already being called to question. People are crying out. The message from frustrated youth and citizens is clear. Fix the system, extend the deadline, protect the franchise. Anything less than that is risking turning voters' registration into the first stage of electoral exclusion. It is unacceptable. We need to cry out for this, because tomorrow, the same way that we allow the cancer of Boko Haram and all these insurgencies and Islamic terrorists to now come to the place where it's almost impossible to stop them, we were turning our faces the other way. No one is crying out. Every excuse that comes from the government was acceptable. Buhari will say, oh, it's just nothing but, what do you call it, amajiris, or the cattle rearers and all those type of things, but they were carrying AK-45. Where were they getting these guns from? So now all of a sudden, they have grounded themselves so much that billions upon billions, leading up to trillions of naira, are being wasted on these insurgencies. The government has paid so much on this because we allowed it to fester. When you discover a cancer or cancerous cells in the body, it must be removed, or else it will destroy the whole entire body. And this is exactly what we allowed, Mahmoud to do what he did. People cried out. All of a sudden, it's accepted. Now, here is this one, starting much earlier. At least Mahmoud was able to be promising until the day, and he failed. But this one is already leading to that place. We're just about 7 or 7 months away, or 8 months away from election day. And these things are deliberately being put forward to frustrate citizens. It is unacceptable. Mahmoud, what do you call it? Joash, you are the INEC chairman. You were appointed to do a job. You must be efficient, or the president must remove him and put somebody who can do the job better. Because it's all about citizenship. It's all about our constitutional rights.
George, let's talk about the appointment of the INEC chairman in Nigeria. Since the inception of democracy, the INEC chairman is being appointed by the presidency, and that is one very oversight, very queer political appointment. How does the president of the country, the sitting president, picks the man that will determine who continues when he's also still sitting and he probably wants to, or he's going to run his second term? I mean,
that is absurd. It's absurd. It's absurd. Because if the president is the one appointing the chairman of INEC, then he's no longer independent. We need to remove that I from INEC. Or we'll just call it NEC. Because it's no longer independent.
It has to be independent because the INEC is supposed to be a neutral body. It's supposed to be no partiality, no anything to any leader, any party, any government. But we tend to know, we say we are the intelligent one in Africa. Our people are not starting to think about this INEC appointment. How can a president be appointing the man that will determine who continues leadership when he also wants to, he will also run? I mean, it's crazy, George. Every time I think about it, I will say, what is wrong with Nigeria? What's our problem? Now, INEC appointment could be done by a body of maybe national leaders from the 6 geopolitical zones.
Exactly. Exactly.
These leaders sit down, and these leaders also do a kind of consensus thing from their citizens. Each of the, who comes, who do we pick? Every man brings his own suggestion, and they table it, and there's a final picking, like something like they do at the Vatican. That process of going through stages, the first stage, second stage, and third stage. I mean, it's crazy that the president.
We are allowing these things to happen. Nigerians are in the water, and soap is entering into their eyes. And that's exactly, and that is simply because the ruling class, the 3%, I call them the 2%ers, have hijacked the whole entire thing. They do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it, and it is unacceptable. Nobody is calling them to order. The people will cry out. They cry out until another tsunami comes. That one is gone away. Nobody cries about that anymore. But we are now looking towards this electoral process. It must be reformed. It must be reformed. It got to be reformed. Nigerians, wake up. Stop sleeping. Nigerians, wake up and stop sleeping. Youths, wake up and stop sleeping. Your future is being mortgaged. You gotta wake up. Because let me tell you something. Buhari borrowed the money that he borrowed during his era. Jonathan borrowed the money in his era. Buhari borrowed the money that he borrowed during his era. Today, we are quadrupling the borrowing. Who is going to pay for it? Your future is being mortgaged, youths. You will not have a country tomorrow unless you rise up and say, "False far, no further." Because all the money that is being borrowed today, I was reading something yesterday when this amount of money that was borrowed from the World Bank, 10 million was projected to be borrowed. 11 point something million finally was borrowed. And the 1 point something trillion or billion was not accounted for, or trillion. So now what we're seeing is nobody is questioning, no accountability of anything. We're talking about trillions of naira, billions of dollars being borrowed, no accountability. We're not seeing where the money is going.
Remember the one?
And yes, they are taxing every single Nigerian. yet borrowing continues. What is happening? Hold on a second. You see, what is happening now is the budgets that will come out years after will all be to pay the borrowed money. That's what's happening. These people do not understand what is happening. Their future is the youth's future is being mortgaged. Even the 2 years and the 3 years will be paying on this money being borrowed today. Wake up, Nigerians. Your country your future is being mortgaged. We need to put accountability to every single government money that is borrowed. We saw how everybody was crying out when they were trying to borrow a certain amount of money, and people, the World Bank portal was, flooded with people saying, do not loan any more money to Nigerians. And then they started backtracking. But money is being borrowed, and many times we don't know about it.
Money is being borrowed many times and we don't know. And remember the one that we still have hidden or that have been embezzled by officials. The one Falana blew the whistle, the lawyer Falana. Remember, they moved from our oil proceeds from crude oil sales, proceeds from all of those sales of our minerals, and nobody's giving account. But some people want us to be politically correct and say things the way they say it. They feel that talking like this, like you're doing now, is saying things off. You don't understand. It's not so. Don't talk like that.
Is Femi Falana, where is he from? What part of Nigeria is he from?
He's from
Southwest. Okay, is he crazy? Is he crazy?
He's not crazy.
Is he crazy to make a demand for accountability? See, these are political hypocrites. I don't want to listen to that nonsense. We can pontificate all we want to. The truth must be told. We must speak truth to power. I don't care about those who, because I'm a Yoruba man or I'm an Igbo man, if let's say hypothetically tomorrow Peter Obi wins the election, and then all of a sudden I'm not going to be, calling him to order. No, I don't do that. These are hypocrites. That's what I call them. Political hypocrites. That's what they are. If you cannot speak truth to power, and when you see black and you call it white, you're a hypocrite. That's what I call them. I don't care who you are.
Today has been a very strong one, George. We need to wrap it up now. But viewers, has been on this issue of the continuous voters registration we talked about, because of the shout, cry that people are staying on the queue hours, nothing is happening, delayed and broken registration portals, persistent network failure, and all of those stories. Because of this, we decided to also make noise here so that if any other networks are not talking, we are talking. We can't be hypocrites. We can't also put a blind eye to the sufferings of our people. So, George, a few words more. Tell us, what do you think that all this will be rectified and people will go back to registering? And do we say that?
I'm going to do my closing remarks once again. I'm going to call out everything that we have spoken about here. Okay. Number one, the major networks in Nigeria, you need to report this. Make it public. Democracy begins long before the day of election. It begins with citizens' right to register and to participate in every election, both national and statewide and local. If Nigerians cannot successfully register because of broken portals, network failures, and administrative inertia, then the integrity of 2027 election is already being called to question. The message from frustrated Nigerians, youths especially, is clear. Fix the system, number one. Extend the deadline, number two. Protect the franchise, number three. Anything less risks turning voter registration into the first stage of electoral exclusion. It cannot be allowed. So we are crying out from this portal here, SSM News, because we are not afraid of anybody. We are international. This is what you call Diaspora network. From our own standpoint, that's what Schengen Story Media Network is calling out. If local news portals cannot report it, we will report it, because we know the difference between what's happening in Nigeria and what happens in the countries where we are around the world, in UK, in US, in Asia, all over the world. So we are calling on Joash Amupitan, do your job, fix the system, explain to people when they can go and vote, and send employees to all over Nigerian electoral offices so that they can and give them what to work with. That's what we're asking for.
What to work with. Josh Amopiton, we're calling you out again. We're calling you out again and again. Do the right thing. Let INEC do the right thing. INEC has declared a continuous voter registration. Let that registration be done well. Let it be carried out. Let all the networks and all the portals, the machines, gadgets, everything be working. I mean, ₦1 trillion on your hands cannot just be there. It has to be work. It has to do what the money has to do. George.
Okay. Listen to this. The Senate President, Godson Akpabio, was in church last week, and he was praying that God will expose all the corruption that is in Nigeria. So this is part of it, the Godson Akpabio. So you, as the Senate President, call to order, let the senators and the House of Representatives call to order the electoral, INEC chairman to do the right thing. To do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
That's
Do the right thing. All right.
Do the right thing.
Thank you so much. George, we've been here 1 hour now talking the same issue because it's really critical. It's serious to us. We want the right thing done so that Nigeria can move forward. So viewers, this is it. Wednesday, Africa updates. We've done it, George and myself. We'll come again on Thursday. Have a beautiful hump day. George, it's midweek and it's hump day. Thank you.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and expose all the corruption that is there.
Nice.
We'll see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye, viewers.